I seen this dude make this video saying why he don't mess with baby mamas, and I'm explaining why I don't mess with baby mamas, and I come from a unique perspective because I don't have sex, so I don't have any kids of my own. I'm not dealing with no kids. Period. Nathaniel, for no reason. If I wanted to have kids, I would have them. If I wanted to deal with kids, I would have my own. But I don't want to have kids and I don't want to deal with kids, so I'm not gonna deal with yours or anybody else's either. Second reason why I'm not gonna mess with baby mamas is because I'm not gonna compete with nobody for your time. I'm not competing with your child, and I'm damn the fuck sure not competing with your baby daddy who you're in some weird conspicuous relationship with, because that's the father of my child and you're the mother of his child and it's a special connection. Da, 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 da. You should have had the child in the midst of you guys being a family. I'm not even gonna say being married because, feel me, whatever. But at least when you are committed to being a family, that time is not gonna be split. But because you're not a family, you're gonna have to choose. You're gonna have to choose your child sometimes, and there's times you're gonna have to choose your baby daddy, because then that's gonna be introduced to me, and it's gonna be a whole. I'm not being a trifecta, quadrecta, trapezoid, drecta, heptecta. I don't know what fucking geometric shape it is, but I'm not getting involved in your web of attachments. I'm not about to be involved in you got dude in the closet, he's under the bed and doing all this weird goofy shit. I'm not playing fucking pretend reality TV with no fucking body. Nobody's about to have me looking goofy as fuck.
And can y'all tell me where the lie is? Can y'all tell me where the lie is? Now, of course, we're going to have a bunch of sisters. We have a bunch of sisters who may have a child, may have two, may have three. And I mean, because you hear it all the time on Kendra G. My baby daddy ain't in the child's life, so it's just me and the children. But guess what? I got my life set. I'm squared away. The man that decides to come into my life, he doesn't have to worry about my children because my children are straight. I take care of them. Or if the baby father is in the child's life, right? They will still be on Kendra G saying that, hey, well, yeah, my children are taken care of. Me and my baby father, we just only talk whenever we just switching kids, right? And he's coming over at 2:00 in the morning and knocking me through the mattress because, you know, hey, I don't want to continue to let my body count rise, because that's what a lot of women like to do after being ran through for so long. They say, okay, well, you know, we need to make sure we keep this body count low. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. But I mean, like I said, the guy wants to avoid risk at all costs. That's it. He just wants to avoid risk at all costs because he's risking his life being in a relationship with a woman who has a child, right? Where if the father does want to get involved, he has to share that time with the child. And when a man wants to be able to be in the house and he wants to lead, everybody in the house has to follow him. But especially if you got the father still around, he's not going to be able to lead the way he should be leading, right? He's not going to be able to be the man that he needs to be in the household, because technically, let's just be honest, technically, he is sharing that woman. As if the baby father's in that life, he's sharing that woman. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Because there's always that possibility that if y'all get into an argument, she can go back to the guy. She can go deal with the guy. She can, oh, you know, baby daddy, I'm just going through it with this man. This man is this man is that. Just airing out y'all laundry just for her to then sit over here and get knocked through the mattress again. And a lot of women will say, oh, you're projecting, or, oh, well, you know, no, you're just making up stuff. Once again, guys go through this all the time. Now, I've never dealt with a single mother in a sense of being in a relationship. Have I dealt with single mothers who had children and, you know, we hung out from time to time? For sure. Most definitely. I say they fun as hell to kick it with, right? They fun as hell to cook it with. But to be rolling up on a woman who was in her 30s, coming to her crib, and she just had a baby probably a couple of months ago. It's like, come on, right? How in the world, you in your 30s, you living with your mom and you got a bunch of damn kids and you just had a kid. And then I believe the man that she had a kid with was like freaking 10, 15 years younger than this woman. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? But you know, hey, that's not my business. You know, I'm here for one thing, right?
You gotta give me that gas, yeah. Cause I ain't come over here for nothing. Bitch, you know we is fucking. Yeah.
But I can tell you, man, you know, hey, I mean, it's going to be some issues if you want to go ahead and pick up that mantle, right? And there are some guys, right? There are some guys out there who are like Russell Wilson, right? Who are your Russell Wilsons of the world, who are okay with, you know, hey, I don't mind being a step crash dummy. I don't mind sitting here dealing with a child, right? Or dealing with a woman who has a child or multiple children, because I don't want no children for myself. Okay, then, but what about the respect? You don't want to have respect in your own household? You don't want to have other kids that look like you in your own household? I mean, once again, what is it, right? What is it? So let's just go ahead and continue the video.
Because I'm over, you know what I'm saying, being an honest man, and you're just, well, it's just my baby father coming to pick him up, and he's coming and busting your... Ah! No. No. And before anybody comes for my neck, let me say that for some men, women that already have kids are the perfect catalyst for that man to get his shit together and to see life with a purpose, because prior to that, he may not have had one. Me, I've always been intrinsically motivated. I've always had goals that I needed to do this, I needed to accomplish this, I need to go here, I need to check this box. Those are things that I've always wanted to do for me. I've always had a purpose far before and beyond, to infinity and beyond. I had a motherfucking purpose. I've always had a purpose, and I've known that. But some men don't know their purpose. They don't know within themselves what it is that they want to do. So for some men, that woman, whether it is the family that he wants to build with that woman that already has a kid, or that woman herself and him willing to do whatever he needs to do to be with that woman, including taking care of that kid, will start to see, damn, I need to get myself together so that I can be with this woman because she is worth it. I may not be worth it by myself, how he sees it, but she's worth it. And this goes both ways, because there's some baby daddies that ain't shit. And we know this. Long story short, just be ready for the connections and the attachments and the baggage that whoever you're choosing to be involved with, even if it's not a baby mama, whatever they're bringing, because you're going to have to fucking deal with it too. So be ready to deal with their shit.
Yeah, brother, no. Right? No. If as a man, right? Yo, this is wild, right? As a man, if you have to get a woman to motivate you, right? And I'm talking about before you get into the relationship. If you had to have a woman to motivate you, bro, you are a goddamn shame. And then a woman to motivate you, and she has kids of her own, and you're trying to say that, hey, well, maybe she and her kids might be able to be a motivation of what I should be. Dog, that's terrible. That's freaking terrible. That is freaking terrible. That means you are a weak man. It'll be a different story if you're single and you're just walking down the street and just happen to see a fine ass woman and she has some kids on her hip, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I might need to go ahead and change. You know, I need to go ahead and really work on myself and make a change, because I do want to get that one day. But to sit here and say that and then turn around and go to the woman and say, hey, man, listen, what's up, man? I don't want to talk to you, yada, yada, yada. And now he did say if she is worth it, because once again, guys, there are some single mothers. I ain't going to say it's worth it, but, you know, you just, they chill, right? I know a few single mothers who are just mad chill that I ain't even going to lie. If they just only have one kid, definitely would have been in consideration. You're going to have to sit, like, you're going to have to be one submissive ass woman for me to sit here and say, yes, I don't mind playing stepdaddy. But you got to be so damn submissive. It's to the point, man, where it's just like, hey, that kid belongs to you damn near. But, you know, like I said, create your own family. Like he is saying, create your own family. Why sit out here and go pick up somebody else's save game and pick up somebody else's issues when you can go ahead and create your own family, right? And create your own issues that you can solve quickly without having any outsiders to deal with it, versus you picking up a woman who has children and then you have to sit here and deal with her, right? And then you're going to have to go through the baby father, because if something happens to her, the baby father can get involved. The baby father's going to say, well, listen, what y'all do is what y'all do, but what you're not going to do is put your hands on my son's mother. Now fathers have the excuse, especially if the father really want to get in. He can simply say, man, listen, hey, man, look, I know y'all be having issues or whatnot or whatever, yada, 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 but dog, don't be sitting over here yelling at my baby mama, bro. Don't be sitting over here doing this. Don't be doing that. Something that you have to fight, right? Something that you have to deal with, versus if you had your own family, you ain't got to deal with that. Like I said, you don't have to worry about no outside forces unless she decides to put the government, unless she decides to involve the government into your relationship. Outside of that, you create your own family. You don't have no worries. You don't have no problems. You get to be the guy who has the authority in your own household, right? So y'all guys, let me know down below what y'all guys think. Do me a huge favor. Let me a like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below, what do you guys think, right? What do you guys think? I know it's a pretty common topic, but once again, man, he stated a great point, right? Especially within the beginning of the video. He stated great points, especially within the beginning of the video. Now, towards the end of the video, kind of lost me a little bit. I can see what he is trying to say, but also at the same time, I honestly believe that if you are a man and you want to go ahead and deal with a woman and she just somehow miraculously get you to be motivated in life, then that's just, it's red flags if you ask me. And then it be a single mother at that. Oh yeah, no, you lost me, brother. But do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below what do you guys think.